Hello fams, good day and welcome back to our YouTube channel Diary TV. Yes, where we deep dive into the beautiful game with passion and of course insight. Today we're embarking on an epic journey into the heart of Nigerian football. Eric Chelle, the new boss of the Super Eagles, is on a scouting mission that could shape the future of Nigeria's national team. Nigerian's talesman Victor Osimhen is a global superstar, but Chille's got his eyes on a young prodigy from Monaco, a teenager who might just be the next big thing. Who is this kid? What makes him special? And could he really step into Osimhen's Marseille boots? Well, buckle up because this is a 60-minute deep dive into Chille's scouting adventure. We'll uncover the player's identity, break down his skills, explore his potential role, and so much more. If you love Nigerian football, the Super Eagles are just discovering the next generation of stars. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's get started. Now, on to the first segment. Who is the Monaco teenager Eric Chelle is watching? Okay, who is the mystery teenager turning heads at Monaco and catching Eric Chelle's eyes? His name is George Ilenikhena, an 13-year-old striker who's been lighting up Ligue 1 and the UEFA Champions League with his explosive performances. Born in Lagos, Nigeria, and of course, he was raised in France. Ilenikhena is eligible to represent both nations, and Nigeria is hoping to secure his allegiance before France does. Now let's paint a picture of this kid. At just 18, he's already shown he can hang with the big boys. Picture a young striker busting onto the scene at Royal Antwerp in Belgium, where he scored 14 goals in a single season before Monaco snapped him up in 2024. Since then, he's been a revelation. In the 2024-2025 season, Ilenikhena had bagged 6 goals and 2 assists in 29 appearances across all competitions, including 2 absolute screamers in the Champions League. That's not just promising, that's a lot. What got Chelle so intrigued? Well, first, it's Ilenkhena's raw athleticism. This guy moves like a gazelle, quick, powerful, and of course relentless. He's got that burst of acceleration that leaves defenders grasping at hair. Perfect for breaking through high defensive lines. Second, his finishing is clinical. Whether it's a curling shot from the edge of the box or of course a poacher's tap in, he's got a nose for goals that reminds you of, well, a certain Nigerian striker we all know. Then there is versatility. Ilenikhena isn't just a one-trick pony. He can order play, link with wingers, and even drop deep to create chances. His left foot is weapon of choice, but he's no slouch with his right either. And let's not forget his mentality. At 18, he's already handling the pressure of playing for a club like Monaco, where every match is a spotlight. Chelsea is a player who's hungry, coachable, and ready to learn, qualities that makes him a dream for any nation team manager. But it's not just about state or skills. Ilenkhena's story resonates with Nigeria. Born in Lagos, he carries that Nigerian spirit, great flair, and of course a never say die attitude. Chelle knows that tapping into that cultural connection could unlock something special. The question is, can this teenager handle the weight of the nation's expectations? We'll get to that, but first let's talk about why Chelle's even looking for an Osimhen alternative. Well, feeling the video left by Victor Osimhen, yes? Now let's address the elephant in the room, Victor Osimhen. The man's a beast. At 26 is the 2023 African Footballer of the Year, Nigeria's second highest all-time goal scorer, and the spearhead of the Super Eagles attack. With his loan move to Galatasaray from Napoli in 2024, he's been banging in goals left, right, and of course center. Think hat-tricks and clutch strikes in World Cup qualifiers. So why on earth is Chelle looking for an alternative to a player in his prime? Here's the deal, guys. Osimhen is incredible, but no player is permanent. Injuries from dips or even a future transfer to a club with a grueling schedule could limit his availability. Plus, Nigeria's attack has leaned heavily on Osimhen for years. And of course, Chelle wants depth. Someone who can step up if the main man's not firing. Enter George Ilenikhena, the Monaco prodigy who's got the potential to fill that void. Maybe not today, but definitely tomorrow. How could Ilenikhena fit into Osimhen's role? Now let us break it down. Yes, let's break it down. Osimhen's game is built on three pillars: physicality, aerial dominance, and lethal finishing. He bullies defenders, wins headers, and of course pounces on any chance in the box. Ilenikhena, while still developing, brings a similar vibe but with a twist. He's not as imposing physically yet, but his speed and agility make him a nightmare in open play. Real Osimhen power stroke, Ilenikhena glides past. Imagine Nigerian playing in high pressing 4-3-3 with wingers like Ademola Lookman and Samuel Chukwueze stretching defenses. Ilenikhena could slot in as the center striker, using his quick feet to exploit gaps or his vision to set up teammates. He's already shown at Monaco that he can score in tight spaces, something Nigeria needs when facing compact African defenses in tournaments like AFCON. As for his chances of a call-up, I'd say they're pretty solid. Think 70% likelihood for the 2025 Unity Cup in London, a friendly tournament where Chelle plans to test new faces. Why? Because Chelle's under pressure to deliver results after Nigeria's shaky World Cup qualifying campaign. A 2-0 win over Rwanda wasn't great. Well, it was great, but a 1-1 draw against Zimbabwe stung. Well, he's scouting aggressively, and Ilenikhena's form makes him a prime candidate. But with Nigerian eligibility to claim him without FIFA clearance since he hasn't played for France's senior team, it's a no-brainer to at least bring him into camp. But here's the catch: Ilenikhena's young and Chelle won't rush him. Nigeria's got depth up top: Terry Murphy, Saru Dresses, Tolero Kodare, so the kid needs to prove he's ready for the international stage. A strong showing in Monaco's next few matches, especially in Europe, could seal the deal. For now, he's a prospect with a golden ticket, but he's got to earn his seat at the Super Eagles table. Up next is key factor Chelle will consider. Of course, let's put ourselves in Chelle's shoes. He's sitting in his office in Abuja, sipping coffee, watching Monaco highlights, and thinking, is George Ilenikhena the real deal? What is going through his mind? What factors will he weigh before giving this teenager a Super Eagle call-up? Let's break it down into 4 key areas. Factor 1, form and consistency. Chelle's not just looking for a fresh in the pan or for the flash. Of course, Ilenikhena's 6 goals this season are great, but can he keep it up? Intentional football is brutal. 19 minutes of intensity against battle-hardened defenders. Chelle will track Ilenikhena's performances over the next few months, especially in big games against teams like PSG or in the Champions League. If he's scoring or creating consistently, that's a massive check in the yes column. Now, factor 2, tactical fit. Chelle's build on a Super Eagles slide that presses high, transition fast, and of course exploits spaces. Ilenikhena's speed and off-ball movement fit that mold perfectly, but can he adapt to Chelle's preferred 4-2-3-1 or 4-4-2 formations? At Monaco, he plays in a fluid system, but Nigerian midfield think Wilfred Ndidi and Alex Iwobi demands a striker who can lead play under pressure. Chelle will want to see if Ilenikhena can handle that role or if he yields too raw. Factor 3, mentality and character. This one's huge. The Super Eagles aren't just a team, they're a national obsession. Fans expect passion, fight, and of course results. Ilenikhena has shown maturity in Monaco, but can he handle the spotlight of representing 200 million Nigerians? Chelle's already met with players like Osimhen and Lookman to gauge their leadership. We want to know if Ilenikhena got the mental toughness to deal with criticism, travel, and high-stake matches. A face-to-face meeting maybe during Chelle's next European scouting trip would reveal a lot. Factor 4, commitment to Nigeria. Here comes the tricky part. Ilenikhena is eligible for France, and Les Bleus have a knack, of course, for snatching dual national talents. Chelle needs to know if Ilenikhena's heart is with Nigeria. Is he proud of his Lagos roots? Does the vibe with the Super Eagles culture? Convincing him to choose Nigeria over France will take diplomacy. Maybe even a call from Osimhen himself. Chelle's working with the NFF to build trust with Ilenikhena and his family, showing him that Nigeria the place to shine. Now, these factors aren't just boxes to tick, they're roadmap to Ilenikhena's future. Chose meticulous, almost like a detective piecing together a puzzle. He's not gambling on potential, he's calculating every move to ensure Nigeria's attack stays lethal, with or without Osimhen. Now up next, comparing Ilenikhena to Osimhen, long-term replacement. Now for the million-dollar question, how does George Ilenikhena stack up against Victor Osimhen, and could he be a long-term replacement? Let's dive into a head-to-head comparison, looking at your style, strengths, and potentials to carry Nigerians' hopes. Playing style, Osimhen is a force of nature, a 6'1" striker who combines brute strength with gunning movements. He's like a tank with a Ferrari engine. Charging into duels and leaping for headers like he's defying gravity. His 10 goals in the 2023 African qualifiers show he's a clutch performer. Ilenikhena at 5'11" is learner and more nimble. He relies on quick bursts and clever positioning, almost like a younger Thierry Henry, weaving through the fences, while Osimhen dominates physicality. Ilenikhena's game is about fitness and speed. Strength, Osimhen's aerial prowess is unmatched. Think of his towering header for Napoli in Nigeria. He's also a leader, rallying teammates in tough moments. Ilenikhena's strength lies in his versatility. He can score from distance, finish one-on-ones, or step-up plays with slick passes. His 2 Champions League goals this season prove he's got ice in his veins. Osimhen had this finished article. Ilenikhena is a diamond still being polished. Weaknesses: no player is perfect. Osimhen can be streaky, sometimes missing sitters when his confidence dips. He also picks up knocks due to his all-in style. Ilenikhena's biggest gaps is experience. At 18, he's still learning to handle airline defenders consistently, and its physicality needs buckling up to match Osimhen's presence. Long-term potential: could Ilenikhena replace Osimhen? Not yet, but give him 3 years, and it's a real possibility. Osimhen is 26, so he's got at least 5 prime years left. By then, Ilenikhena could be hitting his peak, ready to take the baton. Their styles complement each other. Osimhen's power and Ilenikhena flair could even work in tandem. Imagine a 4-4-2 with both up top, but as a solo act, Ilenikhena has got the 2 speed, instincts, and ambition to carry Nigerians into the 2030s. The big difference. Now, Osimhen is already Nigeria's habit, a cultural icon who wears his passion on his sleeve. Ilenikhena is still finding his identity, balancing his Nigerian roots with his French upbringing. If he embraces the Super Eagles fully, he could be more than a replacement. He could redefine what a Nigerian striker can be. Up next is opportunities and challenges for Ilenikhena with the Super Eagles, so Justice Vicious here. Let's fast forward. George Ilenikhena gets the call from Eric Chelle, packs his bag, and joins the Super Eagles camp in Abuja. What's waiting for him? A world of opportunities and some serious challenges. Let's explore what this young star might face and how he could adapt to the wild ride of international football in Nigeria. The first opportunity: learning from legends. Joining the Super Eagles means training alongside giants like Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, and Wilfred Ndidi. For an 18-year-old, that's a masterclass in professionalism and skill. Osimhen could mentor Ilenikhena, showing him how to handle pressure and lead the line. Lookman's flair could inspire him to add new tricks to his game. Being in this environment will accelerate Ilenikhena's growth, turning raw talent into polished brilliance. Opportunity 2, a stage to shine. Well, the Super Eagles are Africa's glamour team with a massive global following. If Ilenikhena scores in African or the World Cup qualifiers, he's an instant hero. The 2025 Unity Cup in London is a perfect chance to debut. Low stakes, high visibility, success there could cement his sport for bigger tournaments like AFCON 2025 in Morocco, where he could announce himself to the world. Challenge 1, intense competition. Nigeria's attack is stacked. Beyond the Osimhen, you've got Mofi, Dresses, Boniface, and Aroko Dare, all hungry for minutes. Ilenikhena is not walking into the starting exile. He's got to fight for it. At 18, he might start as a substitute, needing to make an impact in 20 minutes ceremony. That pressure could test his confidence, especially if fans compare him to Osimhen right away. Challenge 2, cultural adjustment. Growing up in France, Ilenikhena is used to a different footballing culture. Structured, tactical, polished, Nigerian football is raw, passionate, chaotic at times. The Super Eagles camp is a melting pot of egos and energy, with fans and media watching every move, adapting to that intensity plus long flights and tough away games in places like Rwanda will be a shock. He'll need to lean on veterans to find his place. How he will adapt, Ilenikhena got the tools to thrive. His work rate as Monaco shows he's not afraid of hard graft. Perfect for chill, high-pressing system. His Lagos roots gives him natural connection to Nigerian spirit. He just needs to tap into it, building bonds with players like Alex Iwobi, who's already navigated a dual identity, could help him settle up the pitch, embracing Nigeria culture, music, food vibes will win fans' hearts and make him feel at home. The road won't be easy, but the reward are massive. If Ilenikhena grabs the chance, he could go from Monaco rising star to Nigerian next legend. Yes, worth never tuned at Ilenikhena. And there you have it, folks. A full hour exploring Eric Chelle's scouting mission and the rise of George Ilenikhena, the Monaco teenager who might just be Nigerian future. From his electric skills to his kids got the world at his feet. But it's not just about one player. It's about Chelle's vision to rebuild the Super Eagles into a force for 2026 and beyond. What do you think? Is Ilenikhena ready for the Super Eagles? Should Chelle give him a shot now or let him develop? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoy this deep dive, smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a video. We've got more Nigerian football stories coming your way, so stay tuned. Until next time, keep loving the beautiful game, and let's soar with the Super Eagles. And of course, till we come your way next time, we remain diary.